The first step in making the ceramic fish is that I have to make slip, and so each one of the bags that I'm dumping in this video is 50 pounds, and between the dumping of several bags, I'll have to use this electric drill to mix the tank. After I've finished dumping the bags and mixing the tank, then we will just let the slip sit for at least 24 hours before using it. The next step in the process is casting the molds, so I will take the liquid slip and strain it, and then pour it using these pitchers into each one of the molds, and let them sit for, depending on the size, 20 to 40 minutes before I will then dump them out to let the cast inside of the molds dry. And this is what it looks like when I dump those molds so that the casts can rest and they can fully dry out. The next step is pulling the casts from the molds. This is the part that probably takes the longest. So I scrape the clay off the outside of the mold, then I scrape the clay from the inside of the mold, and I pull the fish out, making sure that it is not so dry that it cracks, and it is not so wet that it sloops down, is how I describe it. The next step is fettling, which is using a piece of metal or fettling knife to cut away the seam and the extra bits of clay that are making the fish imperfect before the sponging process. Sponging is exactly what it sounds like, just using a sponge to wipe off any extra dust or clay from the fish. Once the sponging is done, the fish get their eyes painted on, they get a little black dot with a little white dot on it, and then the fish are perfect, and they are known as greenware, and they are ready to be fired in the kiln. When the fish go into the kiln the first time, they are known as greenware, and when they come out, they are known as bisque, and the bisque is what is covered in the glazing. And the glazed fish are fired, and then they're all done. They look like this, and that is what a normal day at the fish factory looks like for me. Thanks so much for watching.